Hello, I'm Victoria Stilwell, dog behavior expert from It's Me or the Dog and founder of the Victoria Stilwell Academy for Dog Training and Behavior. Today, I'm going to be looking at some of the videos you've sent in of your dogs. First up is Arthur, a dog whose anxiety is making him act strangely. Some dogs will do this when their caregivers are watching television. It's pretty normal. But you say that he's getting nervous in different environments too, and that since your other dog passed away about a year ago, that you're seeing that he's getting more and more nervy. And that can happen when there is a trauma that happens, such as the loss of a loved one. Behavioral changes can occur. And when we see it in two dogs, and especially two dogs that are very bonded,
this is pretty standard for me.
The other dog is a playmate and a friend, but also their anchor, the sort of security blanket as well. And so I think that's the issue here. So what do? I think in general with dogs like this, I do a lot of mental stimulation exercises such as dog puzzles, great treat balls. I don't feed meals from food bowls. I put the meals in treat balls, and any kind of exercise which releases the pleasurable endorphins into the body, but also mental exercise which does exactly the same thing is important. Because of his anxiety issues, there might be some kind of medical intervention that's needed as well. If this is generalized anxiety and you're not seeing it not just in one situation, but a whole load of different situations, and if you're seeing that anxiety is slowly increasing, I think he just needs some help in that respect. But we definitely know that exercise can really, really help anxious dogs. That doesn't mean you're going to go and put him on a treadmill for 2 hours or walk him outside for 3 hours so to exhaust him, because actually over-exercise is just as bad as not enough. But enough that you can vary his day, you can refocus him. And I know I spent a lot of time on this, but I do see this as a potential issue that could get worse if you don't take the appropriate action. Next is Autumn, who has an odd habit when returning home. This is a very interesting behavior, and my dog does this. Most likely, we'll never know why they do this, but I do feel like it is something to do with scent. And maybe because the dog's been outside smelling a lot of dogs, they feel the need to come in and kind of mark their territory. And the way they do this is to use all those glands in the ears and around the face, just like cats actually. I also see dogs sometimes if the harness, I noticed that Autumn's wearing a harness. If the harness is a bit uncomfortable or been rubbing a bit, they do that as well. Maybe just before you get into the house, if you can take the harness off safely and see if Autumn still does it, because it might be a thing where she's trying to itch to get it off or itch the places where it's been. Sometimes it's out of just the sheer joy of being home. I truly believe it, and I know with Jasmine, she likes being outside, but she loves coming back in and saying, I'm home, and sort of almost luxuriating in it. And she becomes quite playful as well. But these are really fabulous behaviors to watch, and thank you so much for sending. Finally is Jasper, a dog who likes to push his owner around. Interesting. You say that Jasper is a rescued street dog from Thailand, and this would make sense because this is, I call this an anchoring. It's when dogs kind of press against you, they sit on your foot, or they put their body, if you've got your foot up, like you have in this instant, they like to kind of almost, press against your foot. My Chihuahua, she sits on my foot. And I think this is like an anchoring / comfort / pet me / I just want to be close to you / security behavior. It's also can be inviting your touch, inviting you to stroke, pet, rub his stomach with your foot. But that's exactly what I think it is. And actually it's quite a sort of an affiliative behavior, which is really good. So if I see behaviors in dogs like this, I go, well, that's a good connection there. It's very trusting, actually. So I really like to see that, and this is a really good one to finish up on. Thanks for watching. If you love It's Me or the Dog and want more dog training tips and tricks, visit my official site, positively.com. And if you're interested in learning more about becoming a dog trainer, check out the Victoria Stilwell Academy. Links to both sites are in the description. I'll see you online.